To be careful because apparently when I don't hit, if I don't wait for it to stop recording, that's what cuts off the ends of some of our videos.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So there's like a whole like just maybe 30 seconds of me talking about 1010 that was lost in one episode. So we don't want that to happen
Damn
again.
shame.
Damn shame. And now I'll say hello, everyone, and welcome to Be Released. I don't remember how to intro this because it's been 5 months since we last did To Be Released.
Yeah. Jesus, the show's name is really
I mean, that's what
accurate nowadays.
it is. Well, hopefully, starting from here's the. Let me let you all in on behind the scenes of why this is so. Why To Be Released has suddenly become one of the hardest games. One of the hardest games. One of the hardest things to record is that, first of all, usually there's a large cast. I can't do that anymore because I don't. I can't control when I fall asleep anymore. So all these like wonderful people that have helped us all through like modcast days, I can't call upon them because I can't really dictate the time anymore. So the only person I have left is Zen
Hi.
and
This is
maybe
me.
D Free if I could ever like well he's on break. Those are literally the only two people that can help me right now. Here's the other thing. Um the Dokkan interest. Man, I keep playing it. I don't really 100% know why because it constantly fucks me every day. Zen has fully fallen off.
Actually, I got to reroll with these guys on it just to try them out because of the movie.
Yes.
Um,
I think that's your like you're a connoisseur now. You kind of like you show up and you dabble because just like me for some reason there's just something in you that Dokkan can't escape from.
yeah, I sample the finest characters
A
for a time.
connoisseur
Yeah.
of sorts. So yeah, so it's become very hard to talk about day to day things, especially with the way I just have my busy schedule. I just can't keep on top of Dokkan the way I can. I still obviously get a lot of news from just watching people talk about Dokkan, and I see what gets released and stuff like that. But in terms of like day to day, what do people want to hear? It's very tough,
Right.
and so we've decided to go with a new format that will 100% help us be able to one, talk about the important thing in Dokkan, which is the units. It always has been, always will be. And two, the part that people actually want to talk to us about Dokkan, they can just send us in questions. Because now the other half will just be straight up questions. The first half, only talk about units. The last half, all questions you have about Dokkan, we will answer, we will talk about. So if you have anything specific about the day to day thing, leave us a question. You can either leave it in the comments below or you can just find me on Twitter at I forget, maybe it's Wokey, Purple Wokey,
It's
whatever.
purple_Wokey, I believe.
There you go. You can find me
I
there.
think.
Ask me. I'll usually throw up a thread now before we record and say we need some questions. Please leave it in. Ask us anything you want about Dokkan, but that's the basic way. So, with all that preamble done, let's roll into the new format. Zen, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay. So here's the new format. We will be talking about specifically three units. It will be LR Trunks, Super Saiyan Broly, and Super Saiyan Gogeta. We will not talk about the world's worst father, which I think is Paragus and Broly, which is a great title. And what is the name of the new Frieza?
The worst guy in the world.
Which is a pretty great title as well.
That's my favorite title in the game, I think.
Yeah, maybe later on when there's a week release, we'll talk about them, but right now we'll just focus on them. We will be rating these three units specifically on the new patent pending big boy scale. Now, you're asking yourself, what is a big boy? Well, the thing is that when you look at a new unit, what is everyone looking for? How hard does this big boy hit? And now, through this magic of technology, we will answer that question for you.
How big is this boy?
How big is this boy? So let's start with LR Trunks. Let me pull up his information real quick.
By LR Trunks, I believe you mean LR Trunks and his girlfriend, right?
Yes. Is that confirmed? Are they a
That
couple?
Mai is on it. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. He kissed a senzu bean into her mouth. That's about as good as it gets.
Man, true enough. So let's just go straight to the LR. I will say it is funny that they put this out as bait on the Christmas banner right before Gogeta. And also, we're not going to be talking about Hit because everyone in the world has forgotten about Hit, from what I understand. I'm going to give that just a quick hit. I'm going to hit it right here. Hit is a 3 on the big boy scale. That's just the end of it.
Ouch.
Just a plain old 3. Nothing more to say about Hit. Enjoy Christmas, Global.
I mean, he hits pretty hard, but yeah, I mean, he's not very big. He's not very muscular.
No.
He doesn't have a lot of big boy appeal.
He does have a
He's an
better
assassin.
he does have a better walking animation than LR Gohan.
Everybody has a better walking animation than LR Gohan.
Yes, Oolong somehow has a better walking animation, and he doesn't even walk in his animation.
Mario on the NES has a better walking animation than LR Gohan.
Okay, that's a straight up great walking animation, though. Have you seen his fucking strut when he walks forward? It's amazing. I could literally watch Mario walk in a straight line for hours before I would watch one LR Gohan animation. So yeah, that's the Hit. I'm gonna give him a 3. How do you feel about Hit?
About Hit, are we going on a scale of 5 or 10?
5.
5? I think I would also give him 3 out of 5 big boys.
Yeah, I feel that's fair. Time may change. Maybe when he releases on Japan, we'll have maybe the big boy scale will maybe tilt more to his favor or less. We'll see. Anyway, LR Trunks. His name is Hope for the Future and the Promise, which that's just garbled translation that I decided to use. Space time beyond the person category +4. I love Google Translate, by the way.
Is that the same category as Goku Black?
I believe so. But he gives 130% to HP, attack, and defense. And then super units get 4 key and 100% attack defense. 100% to all stats. And then his own passive is attack 70% up and beyond the person, time, and space of the team. Attack and defense 10% up. Maximum 70% for each ally. One body out of the category of itself. With our enemies of the future guide category energy +6. Avoid the enemy attack with high probability. And his links are Courage, Brain Faction, Calm Judgment, Despair of the Future, Linson Readiness, which I think is Ready for War, Super Fierce Battle, and Legend of the Force.
Legend of the Force.
Yeah, that's what Google Translate
See
calls
his Jedi?
Yeah, he's a Jedi, by the way. How much cooler would Future Trunks be if he actually just got a lightsaber? Like, his previous sword broke.
Cooler. He kind of did get a lightsaber at the final fight with Zamasu.
Oh, he did. But if he had that from the start, it'd be awesome, because he would start with a lightsaber, and then at the end, he would get a bigger lightsaber. Which is like if Luke Skywalker was fighting the Emperor, and his only option wasn't to give in to hate, but was actually, let me summon a bigger ass lightsaber to kill you.
An even bigger lightsaber.
Yeah. And the Emperor goes, oh shit, it gets cut in half, and Darth Vader says, you are my son, and roll credits. That's the end.
I would watch that.
I would too. So what do you feel about LR Trunks? Just
let me pull up his art. I'm reading his information, but I'd like to pull up his art before I give final big bold judgments.
Yeah.
But I'm not too keen on him. I don't think he's just kind of there.
For someone who is in essence supposed to be, let me put it to you this way: his banner, I feel, was better than him as a card. Like, in terms of bait, if it was just him without like a 20% chance to always get an LR in his banner, nobody would pull. But people pulled
that's fair.
People pulled on that banner because it had a chance of getting a bunch of LRs, and he was probably easier to get than any other situation. I feel an LR has to be pullable because you want him, not because the banner also can get you maybe another better LR in it.
That's fair. Also, I'm looking at his art, and his hair is really stupid in it. I'm gonna give him 2 out of 5 big boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Also, I like the fact. Here's another great thing about that art: my pointing that gun straight down. It looks like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's you want to run safely. You don't want to have the gun out and shoot Trunks on accident. But look at his stupid antennas on the top of his head.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a fake character with the like. Oh wait, one moment. Sorry about that, everyone. My uncle showed up for a brief moment. As is tradition of To Be Released, a family member stops the recording. But yeah, in terms of just the big boyness, like I'm not 100% great about the art. I don't really remember the super animation as much as I like team ups. I think this is a good team up, but I feel like I don't know. The card just ain't doing it for me. I'm gonna have to also agree with you and give him like, well, in my, yeah, I'll go with 2 out of 5 big boy. I just feel like I've. Here's the fun thing about LRs: any future release can automatically put them up a notch in the big boy scale. I feel like
Oh
that's
yeah,
just
like they can get more big boy status if someone else comes out and makes them better, for sure.
exactly, and I feel like that's how I kind of look at Trunks right now, and I think there's potential, but just right now, pure gut feeling, 2 out of 5 big boys. All right, now let me see the next one. So we've agreed 2 out of 5. Oh God, I think DBZ Space is completely broken for me. My uncle
Oh,
showed
mine's
up and
working.
it's Super
Who are we
Saiyan
moving
Broly.
to? We're doing Broly first.
Yes, Broly
Okay.
first.
I
At,
would read his stuff, but for some reason Google Translate does not work on my computer with this.
it happens. So
So
without
let me try to find.
evolution, end of combat Ethnix, Super Saiyan Baffly, and he has theatrical boss
Love Google
categories.
Trans.
Say it again.
I love Google Translate for Dokkan cards.
I do too. This is the only way we'll be reading it. There's actual official locations, but those aren't fun. Theatrical boss category 3 key and 170% attack and HP and 150% defense. And then full power gets 170% HP and attack, 3 meat key and 130% defense. And his passive is to transform at its own energy plus 6, attack 130% up, defense 100% up, and meat. And his links are Combat Ethnic Saiyan, Genius, Super Saiyan, Berserker, Astonishing Speed, Linsen Readiness, and Super Fierce Battle.
Okay.
So that's Super Saiyan, the brand new Bath Lee, the one that's supposed to wash out the taste of the old Broly.
Yeah, it's supposed to make him a little bit more appealing, or at least
That's the
make you
idea.
forget about him.
Like a do-over in essence to
Pretty
create.
much, yeah.
So now that in the future, when DB Heroes gets it, they'll be like, we now have a Broly army, and it's just nothing but Broly showing up.
That they're probably pretty close to that. You joke, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's Heroes, so
pretty close. So one of the things that's pretty cool is that he's literally double category, theatrical bosses and full power, which is something I would have thought would have already been in the game by now. But I feel like the way Dokkan decides to roll out metas is extremely slow.
yeah. I mean, it's good categories. Theatrical bosses is pretty strong. Movie bosses,
Yeah, definitely. They
because
put him
Turles is great,
two of the
and
strongest.
full power is a good category.
Yeah, yeah. And let's see, one I think in terms of pure raw power, they don't make boys bigger than this. The
Yeah,
only
that's a large boy in terms of damage.
Yeah, the only other unit that comes close, I think, is Gogeta, which is the other unit we're talking about.
So I'm actually looking at their comparison right now, and Gogeta beats him by about 50,000, so like a negligible amount.
Exactly.
So technically, there is someone stronger than him.
Yes, there is someone stronger than him, which is just canon. That's canon to the movie. That's the way you got to do it. One of the huge negatives I'll say about him, which is very obvious, is that his transformation sucks. This is borderline LR Gohan status of walk animation.
Yeah, it is one of my least favorite animations in the game, if not my least favorite, not counting LR Gohan because that's unfair.
Yeah.
He literally just kind of like the camera zooms in and then zooms back out, and he looks different in the exact same pose.
What he's doing is the uncool version of the in Fast, I want to say it's 6, where The Rock says it's time for action, and he flexes off the cast that he has on his arm with pure muscle. That's kind of what this Broly is supposed to be doing, but they don't animate it very well. And he does the same stupid-ass Broly pose that we've had in multiple cards, where it's his arms like,
Yeah,
oh.
man, it's not a great pose.
No.
Also, in his card art, look at his tiny legs.
Oh, yeah, those are tiny. Oh, God.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Perspective can be a real pain in the ass when it comes to cards because it makes you forget about certain things. Like, why is this guy's like feet so tiny?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. The art's okay. Why is it like super shaded? Like I thought they were LRs when I first saw them because look how crazy the shading is, like over the top.
Yeah. Do you think that's them trying to like replicate the style from the movie? Like that dude has a very specific style, and since I want to say the reason why so many people were like going like, okay, I know this is a Broly movie, but I want to give it a shot because this just looks so goddamn clean. So maybe they
Well,
were.
see, the his style though, in terms of his colors, they're a lot flatter. Like this almost looks like shading from the anime, like where everyone glows like they're covered in baby oil or they're made out of plastic.
Like they're that one character from Street Fighter 4,
Yeah, yeah,
the Turkish oil wrestler.
yeah. I don't know. It looks like they wanted to use his art style and then give it old shading, which again is why I thought they were LRs because they have the same kind of crazy, weird shading that most units don't get. I don't really like it.
Yeah. I think yeah, the art for Broly specifically is a little weak. And I let me see, I'm trying to remember his super animation. I think it's just literally his fight scene from the movie.
Yeah, it's just a giant beam.
Yeah.
I will say it has the advantage of not being kind of obnoxiously long.
All right.
It still looks good, but it's more reasonably lengthed in compared to a lot of new supers nowadays. Like even that Super Saiyan God Vegeta, like that's just a mediocre TUR, but his super is still 20 seconds long.
Yeah, I think they made of like they got some feedback which is like, "Oh, these are really cool that they have long animations." And then their feedback was make more long animations.
Never stop. Yeah.
Never stop making. This is the one thing people seem to really like. And then I want to say the one dude who made the LR Gohan walking pose was just put in ice because he was like, "How could you fail so badly? We're now going to shame you by having other characters walk much better in their animations at the end."
God, could you imagine? We'll talk about it when we get to Gogeta.
Yeah, we
But
will. But let's rate this boy. How big is this boy? Do you feel?
uh, I'm gonna give him 4 out of 5 big boys. I think. I don't think he's the biggest boy because I think his art is kind of bad, and his transformation sequence sucks.
Yeah, I feel like that is enough to kind of knock him down from being the perfect big boy. I think in terms of damaging big boys, he's one of the go-to, but in terms of everything else, like the whole package just isn't there. It's like
Yeah.
going on a date and they have a wonderful personality, but then you look to the side and they're actually a fish, and you're like, this isn't going to work out with us. There's just
It's not what I wanted. Yeah.
It's not what I wanted. No offense to you, fish person, but I wanted a human. So there you go. I agree with you. 4 out of 5 big boys for Broly. Now let's move on to the final big boy that we'll be talking about today. Super Saiyan Gogeta, which I believe is, it up until recent history, was just Gogeta.
Well, he used to be Super Gogeta
Yeah.
when he fought Janemba, but now that he's fighting Broly, he's Super Saiyan Gogeta.
Yeah, which is different. Now he's canon, in essence.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now he's normal like everybody else.
Figures. And his leader skill is the movie hero category, 3 key, attack 170% in defense, and 150% defense. Fusion category, 3 key, attack 170% up in HP, and defense 130% up. And his passive is to transform an avoidance to meet the enemy attack with its own attack, attack and defense 100% up, attack and medium probability out of all attributes, and the excellent effect, a real strength. And I believe he has a guaranteed crit once he enters Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, which is his transformation.
God, I did not follow that at all.
No, it's a bunch of gobbledygook, but here's what you understand is that he hits fucking hard.
Yeah, is he the hardest hitter in the game?
I want to say he is the hardest hitter in the entire game right now, not counting LRs probably. Like I have to check on Lolagami stuff, but I want to say that he is hardest hitting just TUR. With like I'm gonna say growth just to continue onward. And let's see his links real quick. It's Golden Warrior, Combat Ethnic Saiyan, Super Saiyan, Short Term Decisive Battle, Ready for War, Super Fierce Battle, and United Warrior. All right.
Okay.
So
his categories are also pretty good.
solid
Movie
two
Heroes
categories.
has a lot of LRs in it. I didn't realize, for some reason, it didn't cross my mind that Movie Heroes would have a lot of LRs, but they totally do.
This
Because
is
he
how
has
it
the
is.
LR version of his Janemba self in his category,
That's
which is
right.
good.
That is very good.
Yeah. And then he also has LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku because it's the one that killed Hirudegarn.
Oh yeah, I forgot that that awesome
Hmm.
moment came from that movie.
Yep. Yeah. There's a lot of weird ones in there that you're like, oh right, that was from a movie. Like Angel Goku Super Saiyan 3 was obviously from Fusion Reborn, so he's in there.
That's
Uh,
right. That's right.
LR Great Saiyaman and Great Saiyawoman
That's
from
because they were
Fusion
in.
Reborn, I'm pretty sure. Or
Holy
no,
shit!
they're from Wrath of the Dragon.
Yeah, they're from Wrath of the
Yeah, they're
Dragon
in
as well.
there.
That's crazy. It's even crazier to think about the fact that, say, a woman only exists in movies.
Yeah, that she never gets her costume otherwise.
Yeah.
Also, the SSR Kid Goku is in it. The AGL one that's
Yeah.
from like some movie.
Oh,
I
the
don't
Blood
remember which Dragon
Rubies.
Ball movie that is. That's what it was. Yes.
Yeah. It's the first Dragon Ball movie I want to say, which is not the one I would have picked for him. I would have picked the one that has a weird Chinese setting. It's the third Dragon Ball movie
Path
where,
to Power.
yes, is that the one? That's the one where there's
The one where
Emperor.
Chaozu is the Chinese emperor.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
Because it has a great interlude where it just starts to follow the actual ending parts of Dragon Ball, but as if King Piccolo didn't exist. No, it's like the end of the Red Ribbon Army, where like Tao shows up and he kills that dude's father. And then a Rayleigh shows up for some reason.
Yeah, it kind of just like is a weird Chinese themed summary of what has happened so far in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's a movie that would have that makes more sense to make nowadays, where a lot of movies just get Chinese stuff thrown in it. But some for some reason it was made back then.
It
But
also has the original buff Roshis in them. I guess
wow,
because Path to Power, see, like the old Dragon Ball movies. I guess
sure.
I don't know.
Let's be 100% honest. The treatment of Dragon Ball by Dokkan is maybe the greatest crime in history.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
The way it's
Even
been
Legends
treated,
got a couple cool Dragon Ball era characters.
the way
King
that
Piccolo's top tier in that game.
yes, the way that their LRs are fucking the ghetto LRs because you can only get them in the World Tournament, and the World Tournament fucking sucks donkey dong. So why would you ever do it, man? Anyway, let's go back to this big boy because this big boy has a lot of stuff in his category. He hits really fucking hard, and I think similar to Broly, a lot of his faults start to come in when you realize that you're gonna have to watch that essay animation a lot.
Yeah. So his team is like 90% himself because he's got the fusion category on there, and the best guy in that category is like every Gogeta, pretty much.
Yeah,
So his team does not have a whole lot of variety in it, but it is very good. His essay animations are really cool, but they are direct spoilers for the movie. It's literally they just copy and pasted the actual scene in the movie and made it a little dinky flash animation.
nice. So if you're
Yeah,
trying to
they're
avoid
also
all
long
that
as hell. They're like 30
somehow,
seconds long.
like way too long, even on fast forward, it's just like not. They need to add like a skip animation already
They
because
really do. They really do.
it just takes so long to do anything. But that's neither here nor
Like
there.
like tier the super attacks. So maybe like a regular super attack is just a quick Kamehameha, but then like if you really get the really good one, it's really long, and that's fine. But like they can't all be so goddamn long.
Yeah, the only one I want to see full in force is the one where Hercule shoots the pistol, and even then, I want the NSA animation to end right there after he has shot the pistol, to make it seem like he's doing all the damage.
I'm okay with that.
But yeah, this is Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. There's not much to say other than he is really, really fucking hard hitting. His art is also kind of just, it's similar to Broly where he's just kind of coming at the screen. And I'll say his transformation at least does a little bit of animating. He's doing like the fucking X, gonna give it to you, Wakanda, whatever you want to call it. He's
Yeah,
putting up the X.
it's a lot better than Broly's, that's for sure.
That's for sure. They may have realized who most people are going to pull for, and so they spent a lot of time on that one.
Yeah. Oh, the shading is actually kind of similar to the transforming Goku and Frieza art that is also weirdly overshaded for a TUR. The transforming Buu doesn't have that. I don't think Goku Black does either, but those two are super overshaded also.
Huh. Yeah, you're right. It might be just the weird thing that Doe kind of started to do to trick people into thinking like, oh no, these are just as good as the LRs. You just pull on them. Go for it.
Maybe. I will say his art is better than Broly's. It's not as proportionally weird.
Yeah, and that just
'Cause
looks like
even for Broly, like to have legs that little, his body must be really fucking long.
yeah, he is currently in the running for longest boy until we have to do until another perfect cell comes out, and then we will take over.
I like his art more than Broly's. I think it's good. Um, he's also pretty badass in Super Saiyan Blue. I think it works for him.
Yeah,
It's good color.
yeah,
He doesn't have Broly's raw swole status because Broly is like, what the fuck kind
yeah,
of monstrosity is this? But he is ripped, so it still counts.
exactly. If this if broccoli, not Rockley, Baffley, if
Baffly.
Baffley is the Rock in the Fast and the Furious, he's kind of like Vin Diesel, where he's just kind of built but not crazy built.
Yeah, he's
Gogeta,
built but still looks like a human.
exactly. Like he's still like picking up wrenches at the end of the movie and going, "This is a goddamn street fight. Fight me in a sword wrench battle to the death." Like he's still doing that. He's still doing cool shit, but he's not like flexing out of his clothes.
Right.
So yeah,
All right. What do you think? What do you think?
I kind of want to dock it for the long animation, but I feel he's just like too powerful. I feel like if there is going to be a 5 out of 5 big boy that would, from this point on, dictate all two you are big boys from here on out, it would be Gogeta. That's how I
Yeah, I
feel.
think I think I'm with you that he's a 5 out of 5 big boy. The super animation is way too long,
Yeah.
but it doesn't ever really get annoying. Like it's unforgivably long, but it's kind of funny also.
Yeah. It
Like
is.
the first one that's just have you seen the Super Saiyan one that's just hilarious overkill where it's literally just him shooting like 6 trillion ki blasts.
Yeah, and those are fun because you're using it. I like it because I think when Mai puts them up, he always makes him fight a Cyberman. So it's always really funny because this poor little Cyberman does not deserve this ass whooping.
No, no, it's brutal. And the Super Saiyan Blue one is pretty good. He does a lot of neat little flips in there. Does a little Stardust Breaker action right at the end.
Yeah, I think he's a solid 5 out of 5 big boy.
Yeah, I think if anyone right now that we're rating is going to be the biggest boy, it's going to be him.
Yeah, and I agree. And that I think is good for just to sum up the ratings from now. LR Trunks and Mai is a 3 out of 5 big boy. Baffley is a 4 out of 5 big boy, and Gogeta is currently the first 5 out of 5 big boy. And these scores can fluctuate depending on time, and maybe we'll revisit them at some point. But for now, going forward, those are locked in. Keep a record of all those big boy scores.
This is going to be a test.
Exactly. At some point, you never know. We might do a giveaway. It's possible. Anything's possible. So let's go on to the last segment now, because eventually you're gonna have to get up out of here and stream. So let's do this. I asked for some Dokkan questions. These are the Dokkan questions I got. If you have any questions for the next time we do it, which will hopefully be next week, because we will move away from the 2 a week format if we're doing it this way, send a question to me and we will answer it. So here's the first question, because it's the most pertinent question. That was the most surprise question I got. This is, does the name Woki increase rates on your account the same way Zenrado does? And that is from Tyler at Nanogenics, who has actually been on at least Modcast, not on To Be Released yet. If you want to call me up, Nanogenics, I will make time.
Have your people call our people.
Exactly, which is just Zen. Call
That's
Zen.
just me. Yeah, I'm our people.
Let me answer this question by let me tell you just right now. Fucking no. It doesn't. If you use my name, this is what you're gonna get. Original Super Saiyan ass Goku. That is what you will get. Because that is what I got on my fucking Gogeta summons.
Yikes! The launch one that fights Vegeta in the tutorial.
Yeah, that one. The one
No.
one of the first rebirths that were supposed to make them better, and it just made them more mediocre. That rebirth
Oh
is
no.
now as bad as some regular SSRs. God.
I'd say he's
Anyway,
worse than a lot of regular SSRs.
he is. But yeah, that's in a more gentler way. No, it doesn't. If you want luck, use Zenrado. Like, don't use my name. I had to change my name to get my first LR to your name. So
I like that. It's a good story.
it
I'm gonna
is.
hang on to that.
Hang on to that. Never forget how angry I was when I fucking pulled Bojack, and it wasn't even under my name. And then when I did pull another one, it was under my name, and it was another fucking Bojack. God, Dokkan's an amazing game. But thank you, Nanogenics, for the question. All right, next one. This is from Epic Mary 2. What would your optimal Dokkan card look like? And I answered this. I'll let you think about it for a bit. Mine is a Wooper and a Rayleigh unit with 1,000 HP, 50,000 attack, and exactly 1 defense. And its passive would be something like get an increased amount of attack, because I feel like it'd be really funny to have a Berserker card. So if it got hit, you're kind of fucking dead. There's no way to shaking it. You take one SA animation and you're done. But if you attack first, then that's game over. That's how
All
I'd
right,
like
I
to
like
run.
that.
Yeah.
I
How,
think mine is. Remember when we looked at those fan cards and there was the one whose SA was just "you win"?
yes,
I think that is about as optimal as you can get.
it is. God, some of those fan cards were amazing. So you should check out that past episode. I don't remember which one it is. You should check it out though.
Find it, yeah. Just watch them all.
Yeah, watch
Just
them
watch them
all.
all.
Watch all 50 of them, and then watch the podcast formerly known as podcast, and then go to be released. That's
It's a long
the
arc. We've had a lot of.
we've
We
had a
switched
lot.
networks a few times, so we had to change our name.
Exactly. Thank you for the question. And the next question is from Random DBZ fan. What was the best Dokkan meme? His examples are 300 Stones, Optimal Pecan, and Chad. And someone says to be released. To be released is named after that amazing meme of to be released, so it will not be counted in towards it. I'll give my answer. It's just straight up. It's Ninja Murasaki. He is the funniest meme. We named
I think I'm biased. I don't know if I can answer this question because I think it's unfair.
I think I know what yours would be. Is it a Kaio God?
It is 100%. It is
It is
easily
pretty,
my favorite Dokkan meme.
it's such a great meme. It's moved on to Legends, where you now feel the need to trade your Kaio God.
I know. I have to. I feel like I'd be letting the people down if I don't use Kaioken.
That's how good. That's I think the ultimate sign of the meme is when it translates to other like things in general. Like when it escapes the game, like how to be fair, it was me doing it, me and you deciding to do it. It was changing the tier list to add Ninja Murasaki, and then having people go, "Why the fuck is an R on the tier list?" And then the tier list never recovered, because then people were like, well, let's put General Blue on there because he stuns. And it was like, God damn it, it was real fun until you
Yeah, you're not supposed to take it seriously. Yeah, you're ruining the fun.
You're ruining the fun of, like, the reason he's on here is just because fucking Super Vegito is so broken that he elevated an R to perfect status. But yeah, that's ours, I
Yeah,
think.
people took it too seriously. What about Jocko? Like nobody fucking cares about Jocko. It's not.
Nobody.
Don't ruin the jokes.
Yeah. You know, I read those 10 chapters that are up on the Weekly Shonen Jump app. Jocko. It's Jocko.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question. Here's another one. This is from, let's say, Daniel Bermudez. And how do you get stones on JP? And let me tell you this. There's no good way. It's either play the game or buy them.
Yeah. So you've got it depends on your operating system. If you're iOS, you're just shit out of luck. Basically, you got to go buy goddamn. Why am I blanking on something that's really the gift cards? You have to go online and you have to buy iTunes cards that are Japanese iTunes cards, and then you have to log them on your account and like load them up.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
God, that sucks.
shit sucks a lot.
On Android, it's the same marketplace.
Yeah, if for Android you can do your vendors because you don't lose your currency when you transfer, or you can literally just click on it and buy it, because for some reason if you use PayPal on Android, it will take it no matter what the currency is, but if you use PayPal on iOS, it'll be like, whoa. What is
This
this?
this is some
You're
illegal
not
shit.
supposed to be playing this game on in English. Like,
Man, I did not know it was like that. Is that why there's options for like having the vendor pull for you?
yes, for iOS people.
Oh, okay. I never knew that.
Generally, I would recommend you just learn how to install Nox because it takes like 10 seconds and then you never have to worry about it ever again. But for lazy people, it is there.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There's an actual serious answer to a probably not serious question. And this is from this name El Ningen. Think Dokkan will fully attempt co-op like raids? They stuck a pinky in the water with the full power Jiren Easy A World event. I'm just gonna say straight up no. I don't know. I don't understand. Like every time Dokkan has tried to do anything that isn't single player content, they've kind of failed. And sometimes their single player content has failed. Like look at when they tried to do the original
Yeah.
Battlefield, and then they
God, that
scrapped
was
it.
such a waste.
That was such a waste. And here's the crazy thing: the new Battlefield is so prominent. If you weren't playing when that original thing showed up, you would go like, "That's a lie, right?" It's like some fan game someone made with the assets. It's like, no, they fucking really tried this, and we were
Yeah,
kind
they
of
really went out and tried to make it happen.
and we were kind of excited for it, and because it was something different, and they instead of like trying to be like, okay, here's the feedback, maybe we can improve it, they said we're going back to basics. And I feel like that back to basic mentality is why they will never try something like co-op. You'll probably see more stuff like Jiren where it's just like, yeah, just kind of fight the CZA everyone, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, what I think Dokkan should really take a model from is the Brave Exvius raids, because those aren't like traditional co-op. Like, you don't queue in with a friend or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Opera Omnia where you actually play with other people, but it's like a global enemy that when you fight him, it has a massive health pool, and everyone that's fighting him deteriorates that health pool. And then like every time you deteriorate the health pool, it goes up to a higher level, and you get better rewards when you fight it and stuff like that until the time runs out. I think that would be a good way for Dokkan to go because one, Dokkan has a horrible, horrible problem at giving you shit to do because all their good stuff is you play it one time and then you never play it again ever.
Yeah.
Like Boss Rush, if you're not doing something like, oh, I'm gonna race this YouTuber, or I'm gonna play with a buddy and see who can do it faster, like you're making your own content at that point. And if you're not doing that, you're just not fucking playing Dokkan. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you have
that's
something that you can just fight over and over again, that's the way to go, I think. And I mean the rewards don't have to be like you don't have to give out 200 dragon stones for it to be good. I mean Dokkan doesn't really have materials because that's a big thing in Brave Exvius is they give you like really rare mats and you get like equipment and stuff like that. And Dokkan's a little bit too basic, doesn't really have any of that stuff.
it just has metals,
But you
and
can
the
still
metals
get
are
like a
always
unit. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean medals aren't hard to get anymore. Like I got that reroll for Gogeta, and I think I have like almost max every medal on it already.
You don't understand our struggles of trying to farm Supreme Kai and Grand Kai. People used to make, like, farm this spot because guarantee the old fuck will show up and you'll get this medal.
Oh man, those were the days. Those were their true struggles of
Ugh.
old Dokkan.
Old
When you
Doke,
literally couldn't awaken units because you didn't have an Elder Kai medal.
yeah. Back when uh, back when the Baba Shop was not existent, so you just had an excess of shit that you didn't
You
know what to do
went
with.
into that daily Popo stage every day and you were like, please God,
Give me,
make this the day.
give me.
And it never was.
Never was. But yeah, I think something like that could definitely work out. But in terms of like an actual co-op where you're like code up like with your friends, I don't think Dokkan is built for that. They would need to change a lot, let's say. And I'll say
And they won't, ever.
no, I don't think so. It will if they do, it will be like 3 years from now, when everyone's already done with co-op games. Thank you for the question, El Ningen. And now we will go to JTVA. And it seems okay. It says, "Here's the question. It seems like we're running out of metas. It's just percentages and dual categories at this point. When do you think Dokkan will run into a wall? It already kind of is the wall.
I think it ran into a wall like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
It just doesn't matter because people still spend money, so who cares?
Yeah, the people who are at the top of the wall are happy because they spend money on it, so who cares? And everyone at the bottom of the wall just kind of has to face the fact that they are staring at a wall. I will say that in terms of, as someone who stopped spending on Dokkan, the amount I spent on stones back in the day is the amount they give away for free now. So I'm kind of at a place where it's like they're giving enough stones where I can do multis and shit, and I don't have to buy anymore because I just don't feel the need to do it anymore. And but it's different from it was back then, just in terms of what they gave away. Because I think they kind of understand that what they have, they don't have. Like of the gotchas I've played, and let me tell you, the other two gotchas I play, and I'll count the third one in because it's dying, but it's shown in order collection. That one
It's not
had
dying, it's dead.
it's dead. I just mean that literally I can still play it right now. It's just there's no point other than I'm farming up orbs to go transfer into ore collection too. That's the only reason why I still log in every day and collect that arena award. But it's been let me put it to you this way: one game literally dead. The other two games have 1% rates. Dragalia Lost literally fucks you over for getting a dupe because it just gives you some shitty water. And the other one is Fake Go, which literally has people running out of money to try and pull stuff. And Dokkan still has the worst banner out of all those out of all those games, including the one that is literally dying at is dead at my doorstep. I would still rather pull on that one than Dokkan.
Yeah,
It
man,
has a
speaking of dupes, completely off topic for Dokkan, but I've never seen a game more hostile with dupes than Dragalia.
Dragalia has literally fucked me so hard with dupes on that fucking Cleo banner. It is ridiculous. It is it's a real problem. They should really fix that shit because it there's not enough 5 units in the game to warrant like Elder Water. Like, you know what I did with my Elder Water? I turned my Juliet I fully awakened everything. That's how much fucking dupes I got of 5 stars instead of the actual 5-star. It's sad. Like the free SSR ticket they gave me was a dupe, which is basically them saying thank you for wasting your. They should have just given me the fucking water if they were gonna give me a dupe.
Yeah, you might as well.
Like
They
let's
really need to
stop.
let you spend that water on something
Yeah, like on something like that isn't just
like
like
good. Yeah,
yeah. And let me say, that banner is bad. I still prefer pulling there because when Dokkan is bad in terms of its gotcha, it is literally like an open hand slap to your face. When I pulled that Super Saiyan Goku, I was unbelievably angry. And it is an anger that does not show up for me in any other gotcha the same way. It was a silent rage. I was literally I was planning on, it's a good thing that we did not record that exact night because I would have opened the fucking show with like a full on poem about how shit that banner is and how so when I saw people going like, "Oh, what's the good banner to pull on? Like, what's better? Oh, Gogeta has the better cards, but Broly has better synergy." I just want to shout to my top of my lungs, going, "They're both shit banners because nothing gets fixed. Even if something's featured, it's be fucking anything."
yeah. I still remember we were in the Twitter chat that we were in, and Nort FX. Go follow him on Twitter if you haven't. He makes really good art and stuff. But he he was pulling for Gogeta, and he showed me. I got in an argument with some people the other day. They were like, "Legends or Dokkan, which is better?" Dokkan's better because Legend it has guaranteed SSRs and Legends doesn't. And you never get anything good. Well, he showed us his pulls, and his guaranteed SSRs. One was AGL Kaioken. The other one was the BoJack movie Teen Gohan from like launch.
Yep.
It's like this might as well be SRs. Like there's nothing redeemable about those cards.
There's nothing good. And let me put it to you this way. The way I currently feel about Dokkan and compared to the Legends thing, I actively hate Legends. I don't like playing it. I don't like pulling on it. It is a better fucking game than Dokkan. God,
Yeah,
because when
what
Dokkan
blows
makes
my
you
mind is like people keep talking, man, they really need to take R's out of banners, but like SRs and not, like 95% of the SSRs still aren't good.
it would need Thanos would need to snap his fucking fingers twice in order to fix the banners in Dokkan. He would go, I need to make everything fair, 50%. And he'd go like, oh fuck, I need to do another 50%. One moment. I might die from this. It's worth it. Twice.
Yeah, like there's just nothing redeemable about in Dokkan when you pull for that one specific character. And then literally literally everything else that you get sucks.
Yeah. And it's like, and I also get a lot of this from watching like a lot of like D free summon things. It's a lot of like when he hits a bad streak, it's like watching someone literally torture themselves. It's like watching a man lose his mind over going like, I can't believe I'm this many stones deep and I got nothing, nothing to show for it. When he like when I was watching him do that super boost shit, and all he wanted was a Hercule, and he was like close to 1,000 stones in with no Hercule, and by the end of it, he was like, I just want the Hercule, please give me the Hercule, and he got the Hercule. It was the happiest he ever got. But I was like, God damn it! In a right world, he should have already had that motherfucker rainbowed.
Yeah, he should have had the thing 5 times over.
Like, there's no good reason why there's exists that many units in the banner. They need to do a full on like I would if they literally said we're about to blast like the first over like 50% of the cards in this game, I wouldn't care. I would be
Yeah,
like,
like
okay.
I don't see why all games don't only have a specific featured pool. Like Brave Exvius, actually no, Brave Exvius, that's not the right game. Opera Omnia is the one I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Opera Omnia, Legends, they have specific 5-star equivalents that are featured in the banners, and that's it. Or if the other ones are in there, they're like catastrophically low. Like in Opera Omnia, it's like you have a 90% chance to get a feature, and you have a 10% chance to get a non-feature. And in Legends, most banners you can't even get non-features. It's just the ones on the banner.
Yeah.
So you're not sitting there like, oh great, an SSR. What is it? Oh, it's Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta.
Yeah, they do it because simply they can get away with it, and
Yep,
it
100%.
sucks, and that's just the way it is. And if the wall is here, and there's nothing we can do about it, and you know who paid for it? We did. We are Mexico. Congrats, everyone. Trump wins. Dokkan wins. Dokkan is the Trump of gotcha games. Thank you for the question. Next question. This comes from Vanish, and he asked the very important question: what time do the banners come out? And his current AVI is that fucking Super Saiyan Goku, the new one with the fucking like face.
The one with the fucking like Powerpuff Girl face.
Yes. So what time do the banners come out? I suggest you follow at Zahal. He will tell you when the banners go up, and then when he says something about Dokkan, you can yell at him for a bit, just like everyone else does. It will help you feel better about not pulling anything. Thank you for the question. Next. This comes from Dark Blastoise, which is a great name. What new categories?
That is a good name.
What?
Is that a Pokemon card? Wasn't that a card in the game for a while?
I think it is because his AVI is a Dark Blastoise. There's the card.
Oh, well, there you go.
So thank you, Dark Blastoise. What new categories / leaders do you expect in 2019? Let's see.
More Gokus.
More Goku, 100%. A new Broly. An LR. I expect by the end of the year to have an LR Gogeta and an LR Broly.
That's fair. It's a long time.
Yeah. That's what I expect. In terms of new categories, I don't know what else they could do. Like, they got their weird Namekian. Do they have a category for just heroes? Like, the DB heroes? If not, then they'll include a category for that.
You mean the game?
Yes.
No, I don't think they have one just for like Super Dragon Ball Heroes.
I think with the way that they differentiate heroes and fighters, I would not be surprised if they were like, okay, here's the fighters category, and here's all the units from fighters, and here's a new banner with the top tier card from fighters, which is you cannot stream this here, and it's the strongest it's the strongest SSR in the game because its SA is literally just like
cease and desist from Shueisha.
Exactly, and then you get a blank screen, and then the enemy is just dead when you come back. But stuff like that, I could totally see them doing. Like, if they ever bring back a Rayleigh, they might do a slump one. It would be the
I doubt
shittiest.
it.
It would be the
It would
shittiest
just be
category.
Really?
I just want a Rayleigh to come back. Is that so much to ask? But yeah, that's kind of what I would expect. It's really like it depends on what's coming out next year. If there's a new super thing, I would expect whatever is the hype thing from that anime to be coming from there. They haven't really said anything about that, but that's kind of what I would be looking forward towards because that's kind of what they build towards. There's no like, I guess we'll get hit in 2019 in JP at least.
That's true. Yeah, whatever his category is, it's on the horizon, I guess.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's I really can't think of much because there's not. They almost run a full gamut. They're gonna have to start getting kind of creative with their categories. And
Yeah, the categories are all like already like you can't really predict half of them because it's either like it's a saga or it's some shit like full power. Like what the fuck is that even?
exactly, and it just doesn't make any sense. And it just goes like, oh yeah, these guys were at full power. So how come? Let me ask you this: how come this guy who is like isn't like a Super Saiyan 2 on there is like, how come this guy isn't there but not a Super Saiyan 3? And it's like, well, because
Just because they are. Like shut up, that's why.
shut up. Cell. The reason Broly is in the Boo category is because he was there.
He was frozen in ice in the ground during it. That's why he was there.
Exactly. But meanwhile, I don't think Close Piccolo Krillin is on there, even though he's from the same fucking movie. But yeah, like I don't know what to predict. If it was me, I want that Aurelie thing, and I kind of think like they would start releasing. You know, it'd be hilarious if they started releasing like uh, units from like Budokai Tenkaichi, so they're just like shitty 3D models, and they have like and they're
It's just a drawing of like like a polygon model.
yeah, that's what I would want. Like, let's make this a crossover, but a crossover with other with other games in the Dragon Ball name. So here's your Legacy of Goku unit. He just kind of stands in
Just a
place.
little chibi sprite,
Yeah.
sprite floating there.
The more you attack, the more he levels up. There's an infinite glitch where if you get hit him while he's flying, then you get infinite life for that turn. And that's kind of what I would like. I think that'd be pretty cool.
The only thing I really would like to see, I guess, would be one for units that transform. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, it would be pretty fun.
I know everybody hates those, but like, just give them a really cool leader, because at least like, I don't know, they keep it fresh for me. Like, I can't sit there and watch the same super attack animation 650 times.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I would also like the leader to be like maybe they would like what their leader skill is move it forward one turn or something, but maybe that would be like too broken at that point because then you would have dudes like starting off transformed and then also but no that would be a counter because Turles transforms and he gets worse if he transforms. So
Yeah,
that's how you counter it. But thank you for the
make a
question.
leader that just makes them automatically transform
Yes,
at the start of battle.
yeah. Still surprised they don't have that one for apes, but whatever. Let's move on. Thank you, Dark Blastoise. And this is the final question, and it comes from Connor. I think this is really more for me, but we'll end on it. Now that Slugwash has been abolished, what are you putting your time and resources to? For those who don't know, Slugwatch was my amazing campaign. It started specifically because I kept wanting a Lord Slugguard to come out, and it never did. So I formed Slugwatch to yell at every new unit that was released and say, "Why isn't Lord Slug in the game?" But now Lord Slug is in the game and Slugwatch is over, and I think the only thing that can really fit up on it now is a Rayleigh Watch. A Raleigh Watch, depending on... Because some people get angry if I say the names wrong, but whatever. I also call Pecan, Pacon, or whatever.
You say everything wrong. You have the best pronunciations of things.
Thank you. At least someone appreciates
Instead of saying Avi, like Avatar on Twitter, you say AVI, like the file extension.
Oh, yeah, I do. I never realized that. But anyway, an Rayleigh Watch is the next thing. I currently have, maybe this is because I was in despair, but Obachan is at SA10. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for their TURs. Sourman is SA10. Everyone from Aurelia is SA10. All I need is that banner to come back, and until that banner comes back, Dokkan will never. It's lost its soul. It's lost its smile. It is the HBK, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels of Gotcha games, where it's just kind of there's no happiness to it, and that happiness needs to be a Rayleigh.
You know what I want? I want a category of units whose names you pronounce wrong. It's just all Arale and Pycon and like fucking. I'm sure there's other ones.
Baffly. Well, no, I say no. Brawly, is it Brawly or Broly?
Broly.
Broly. Okay, I say it right. I say Vegeta wrong because the correct name is Vegeta.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think Piccolo is wrong because his name is Big Green. Everyone knows this.
That one's true. That one's true.
I would like that because I have terrible pronunciations. Fuck me. I think that's going to do it for everyone. Thank you for the final question, Connor. If you have a question, feel free to send it to us. Either leave it a comment below on the video and I'll compile them. The best way to do it is for Twitter. I will usually a day, 1 or 2 days before, ask for some questions and we'll gladly answer. Don't ask us about how we rate the big boys. A big boy is a feeling you have inside, so don't ask us any of that. We will not change the scale. It doesn't matter what you say or how you try to fight back logic. It's just a feeling. But thank you very much for another to be released. Hopefully we start doing them more. I like this new format. It's much more free flow and fun.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy the big boy scale more than trying to figure out if one unit does 10 more damage than the other one.
Yeah. And hopefully maybe try and get some, if I can figure out a way to get them on the right time, get them in. But, no promises until I get an actual house again. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us in To Be Released, though. Until next time, there's no outro to To Be Released, so just say goodbye, Zen.
Bye, everybody.